Dumelang ko hae, lebitso ke Refiloe, bringing you Mjolo with Refiloe this evening. We are talking about the stages in Mjolo and understanding exactly what do all the terminologies mean, vibing, talking stages, situationships. I've got Lee as well as Lenny to unpack it for us. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
So, looking so beautiful, by the way. I just want to find out, what is it? Talking stages, vibing, situationships. What are the stages of progressing to getting to finding love or finding somebody and committing?
Well, talking stages, that's when you start to get to know each other and you ask questions like, what is your favorite color? Just like the little cute things. And then you get into vibing, which is where now we hang out with each other. We go on little trips, dates, whatever. And then after vibing, we can proceed into dating, but sometimes that does not happen.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So only the few make it into dating.
Yeah.
The few vibing ship or situationships. What are they? What do you call them?
A situationship, because essentially you are in a relationship with this person, but you guys haven't put a title to it. So I can't be mad if you're going to do something because you're technically not my boyfriend, but vice versa. So just it is a situationship.
Okay, so, but I want to find out if you actually talk about it or like you guys just slide into that, okay, talking stages are done, we are vibing now, and then nobody has discussed it.
Yeah, no, it does not get discussed. You just see at some point, you're like, wow, I'm like knee deep in this with this person, but we're not going anywhere. Where are we going? Now you start to ask yourself these questions about, are we going to take it to the next level? Are we going to be serious or not? So nobody talks about it.
And Lee, do you vibe with only one person?
No. I feel like I'm keeping my options open because we're not dating. So I have no commitment to you. So I'll vibe with like 2 or 3 people.
2 or 3 people at a time. Well, do they know?
No.
Okay. And do you mind if somebody's vibing and you are one of the 3?
No, I don't at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if they were to disclose it and say,
if I see that person maybe in the mall with someone else having a great time, I'm not going to get mad.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah. And how long does it take? Because, nobody's got forever to just vibe, Lenny.
I think that's where a lot of us struggle in, because you'll find yourself in a situationship for so long. And then at the end of it, there's not even a relationship. So then at the end of it, you find out that actually this person doesn't want to date. And now you just wasted all that time. So I don't know. It just depends on you and what you want. If you really want a relationship, don't go into a situationship, because you're going to be stuck there. And then it's not going to be like good for you.
But why would you do it in the first place? Because, if I meet somebody and we're going on a date and then, why can't we just date? Why do we have to vibe before we date? Because I know things have changed, right? Over time, people were really sitting down and say, okay, what are we doing? And people are like, okay, she's trying to get serious or he's trying to get serious. I'm going to bolt. But why do you have to vibe first?
It is, like most people would say, like they just want to get to know you better, but they just don't want to commit, honestly. So, even like these days, you'll be like, what are we? And they're like, humans. What do you mean? What do you mean? What are we? Like, we're people.
Yeah.
So it's difficult these days to have that type of conversation. And people just want to blame it on just wanting to get to know you. But how long can you really take to get to know somebody? You guys, even when you're in a relationship, you're still getting to know
each
that
other.
person.
Even in the marriage, you're still getting to know each other.
Yeah.
So what will you allow and what won't you allow, in these stages, Lee?
I guess in these stages, I need my space. I don't want to feel overcrowded or necessarily that you need me all the time or whatever. I just want to have my space and our boundaries. Like, you can't call me screaming at 2 a.m. like, where are you? Where are you? Like, did you go out? Did you go out? And it's like, no, boundaries. Like, you're not my boyfriend, so you don't have the right to be, jealous or possessive of me in that way. So I think that's what I won't allow.
The same treatment you will accept because you won't call them.
No, yeah.
But then when you are looking for them and you can't find them, you are okay that
Yeah.
They are not my boyfriend.
Yeah, they'll get back to me when they have time, I guess, or I'll get back to them when I have time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think there's this culture of commitment phobia these days? Because I know for a fact that it hasn't always been, because the reason we're having today's episode and to help our viewers at home is so that we can understand exactly, because a lot of people are getting hurt. Because, I mean, I thought we were something because we went somewhere and we did something. But on the other part, it's like they don't feel like they have to communicate that they are vibing or not. But where do you think it comes from all of a sudden?
I mean, it does come from people being afraid to get their heart broken, obviously. I think a lot of us are still struggling with some things also personally. You don't want to now put that onto somebody else. It's just too much. And once you get into a relationship, there's a lot of pressure that's on you now to be a certain type of way for this person. So it's not about you anymore. I feel like when you're vibing, you still have that sense of being an individual. Like, I have my life outside of you. With relationships, it's like that goes away kind of, because now like everything, like you need to be involved or know about it in a certain way. But with vibing, you can kind of just move how you want to. So I don't know where it comes from, honestly, but I think it really is just the fear of getting your heart broken.
And having to lose doing things by yourself. So it's like being in a relationship that doesn't have that much responsibility, you think.
Yes.
Because in the dating scene, it's expected that, okay, weekends, we've got to have plans together. And maybe all you're wanting to do is be by yourself.
Yeah.
Could maybe vibing be the new Mjolo? Could the new relationship? Maybe we're thinking about it wrong and looking to own or chain a person or have them exclusively. Maybe vibing should be, because what are the good things about vibing?
I mean, you don't get to report to anyone. You know, like you are your own person. You just you can still keep your options open. Like you can still like meet someone new, like at a bar or something, and you guys click. And now I don't have that thing of, oh, I feel so guilty. I'm cheating. Yeah, you can actually cheat freely, I guess.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, to say, you know, the vibing is the one that keeps us, you know, maybe not so accountable to somebody else's feelings. And you can still get to do your own thing while you are busy. And that's what people saying, hore, Kim Mjolo, and it's difficult or it's a pandemic, because they are wanting to progress a little bit faster than what other people are. Let's talk more about this when we get back from the break, ladies. To you at home, these ladies have got a lot more to unpack after the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Mjolo with Refiloe, talking relationship stages, Mjolo stages, situationships, as well as vibing and talking stages with my guests, Lee as well as Lenny. Lenny, I want to take it deeper. Can you share with us an experience where the vibing just really didn't work for you?
Honestly, I don't like vibing. I'm not, it doesn't work for me, honestly, because I do enjoy relationships, and I'm that person in
You're
vibing.
a lover.
I'm a lover. I'll get jealous when you're talking to somebody else. You know, like I don't have the stomach for vibing. And I know that about myself, which is why I just don't do it. So, yeah, I've had situations, obviously, I was vibing with somebody and I fell for that person, and it was one-sided, and we had to end things there because he wasn't going to give me what I wanted, and so, yeah.
But how did you get into the vibing itself? Because you needed to be clear from the start to say, okay, I'm looking for somebody, or did you catch feelings within the vibing?
I caught feelings within the vibing. Like, you get there and then this person treats you like a girlfriend even though you're not. You start to develop those feelings, like you see yourself with this person actually, like we could do this. And then you just find out that they were just a nice person. That's just how they treat people. And it's like, oh, okay.
And here you are thinking that they're treating you in a special way because they have feelings for you.
Yeah.
And Lee, what are your experiences with trying very hard to get away from vibing and into a committed relationship?
I feel like with me, it's usually the other way around. Like, whoever I'm vibing with would want to take it to the next step. And
so
now,
you're the one that's been
now I'm just like, no, let's just chill. Like,
Yeah.
let's just see where this
Yeah.
goes for a bit. Because, I also have that little fear of commitment. You know, even though I do want to be in a committed relationship, I just, sometimes it's like you're not 100% sure, like, that I want to be with this person, you know. Because once you're in, and nobody wants to fall in love, and then now they have to fall out of love with that person. Yeah.
But then how do you find your one to make sure that you have to go through a whole lot of vibing then?
Yeah, actually it
Is
is.
that what's making it exhausting, that's making people say that, you know, Mjolo is not for them because
Yeah.
the vibing is hectic?
It gets so tiring, because it's like going through, I don't know, different people every month or so, you know, trying to find someone that has the same views and values and morals as you, and like actually wants to take this to the next step, and we're on the same page. Because these days, no one is really on the same page. People like you for one day, like today. Next week, it's just like, that was fun, but you're not really for me, you know? So, yeah, it's so tiring. Yeah.
Yeah, so thinking about the people that are watching us and they're thinking, I'm going to quit this Mjolo thing because I cannot do it. What ways can you know, tell us that avoid this or do this if you are really wanting to keep at it and still find your person?
Personally, I make my intentions clear from the start. If I know that I'm not going to be here just talking to you for like 6 months. At some point, you actually do have to commit. It doesn't have to be now, but if you can see it happening, then great. We can just do our thing, and when we feel ready, let's get into a relationship. So I think making your intentions clear works. And then also just finding people who are just like-minded as you, because when you're not on the same page with somebody, it's really upsetting, because it's your time that you're putting into this person, it's effort, it's your life that you're now putting with this person. And yeah, I guess my advice would just be make your intentions clear. If they say no, then you already have your answer. There's no use staying in this for longer than you need to, like, you know. And I think, especially with people, you know, even in the beginning, whether or not you would want to date this person. So if they're still not sure, then they probably don't. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Is it a way, you think, for people to get the benefits of being in a relationship without the responsibility of having to look after you long term when it comes to vibing?
Yeah, definitely. It's just way easier than actually fully committing to that person. Like, you can like play how you want to play. Like, this is now me and this person is in my possession, but like I can just throw that person away the next day. So it's easier.
So you can ghost them. That's where
You can even
ghosting
ghost
comes
them,
from.
yeah.
Is it like now that they're telling you they've caught feelings, Lee, like in your case, and then what happens from there?
No, from there, I'll just, you know, because you want to be as nice as possible. But I'll just stop replying and
out of there.
slowly just not answer your calls, just out of there.
Just sizzle out.
Yeah,
Just
just-
like a slow...
You know.
Okay, we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Mjolo with Refiloe, sitting with Lee as well as Lenny, talking about the different stages when Mjolo is concerned, especially there in the beginning. We're going to be playing a game, and I'm going to ask you questions. You just write yes or no, ladies, and then we take it from there. When it comes to straight, normal, strict, old-fashioned relationships, is it for you? Go from how I meet you and then relationships soon after that. Yes, after all that knowledge you have on vibing. But why do you think we don't do this? Why do you think the stage is first? Because this shows that, I mean, that's literally what you are after, right? What everybody's after, finding their one. But we just don't do it.
I think it's because people don't want to break up. So if
the admin of breaking up.
yeah, so if it doesn't work, if you just go into a relationship and it doesn't work, now you guys have to break up, and now it's like a whole thing. So rather talk first, vibe, and then we can date. Like be in a
Even though you know in your heart of hearts that I just want to be serious with this person, but
Yeah.
you've got to go through the admin of vibing.
Yeah.
Okay. The next question I'm going to ask you is, during vibing stages, anything goes, including intimacy. So you just write there, yes or no. Yes. Okay. He says yes and no. Tell us more.
Well, in terms of, because we're just vibing, sometimes I want to vibe with more people, of course. So I can't just, let's say, get physical with all 3 or 2 people.
Yes, I hear
so
you.
I'll get my favorite one. I'll get physical, my favorite one. And then...
So anything goes with the fave.
Yeah, with the favorite one.
Okay, so they've been ranked. This one vibing level here, this one vibing level here.
Yeah.
Okay. And Lenny, what about you? You just saying straight say yes. So you are, because you're the lover.
Head first, okay. What do you want?
What do you want? And but why don't you lead with the commitment? Because you were saying you just don't want to get your heart broken. But doesn't that save you more admin if you start, or are you maybe fearful of coming on too strong?
I personally don't have a problem with leading with commitment. It's the other party. There's somebody else there who doesn't just fall like I do, so I have to consider that other person, and it's fine. I don't mind us vibing, but ultimately I do want what I want. So yeah.
Which is what I think. Because I know South Africa's watching. They want to know what Lenny wants. I know she's a lover.
Yeah, I want a relationship. I don't just want to date just casually. I actually want to be with somebody, and yeah.
And what's your type? Just for that one brother listening.
My boyfriend is my type.
Okay, let's carry on with the questions. I want to talk. First, you're going to write yes or no, right? When it comes to talking stages, vibing, situationships, it can actually get toxic and affect mental health. So, do you agree or? Sure, a resounding yes in studio this evening. And how have you been dealing with it? Lee, tell us how you get around not harming yourself while you are busy trying to find love, because it's risky.
I try and think back of why I'm doing this, the reason why I'm doing this, and the end goal is to find love and to find my soulmate and to, live my happily ever after, so I don't want to give up so soon just because this person now, we didn't work out, and that kind of hurts me, and mentally, obviously, I'm drained. I genuinely felt something deep for that person, and now I just don't feel like doing it. But after some time, once, having this conversation with myself, you know yourself, and you want to fall in love, and there's a bigger, I hope there's a bigger goal to everything, that I am actually going to fall in love. So I don't quit now. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually commend you for that, because after the exhaustion you spoke about earlier, to still want to put yourself through that, because you understand that it's a necessary phase to go through to finding love is quite key. Lenny, you also said yes about the mental health aspect. Can you talk to us a little bit more about, if you've had an experience where you feel like this was not good mentally for me?
Yeah, I agree with Lee. It is very, very draining. And you know how they say, you can't pour out of an empty cup. And if you're busy pouring yourself into a person who ultimately, it's just not going to work. You get tired and you want to give up, but you do have to trust that there's a bigger picture. I've been in many situations where, people have just taken so much from me without even, giving me anything. And then at the end of this talking stage, I feel like, I don't even want to date. But it's you don't also want to be lonely. Like you also see couples everywhere, and you're just like, why can't it
Why
work
can't it
out
happen
for
for
me?
me?
It's not working out for me, and
Yeah.
you just get frustrated, and ultimately people even get depressed because you don't even have. You can't. You just even feel like maybe there's something wrong with me. People don't want to commit to me. Why? Like you ask yourself these questions that break you down ultimately.
And you're saying, but still, it's a necessary thing to go through in order for you to find the one. Is there a better way of doing it, by bypassing the vibing and talking stages and situationships?
A better way to do it. I think I feel like once you meet someone that is just as honest and clear about communication like you are, then that makes things like a whole 100% easier. Because now now we're like, oh, actually, I wanna have this and this life, and I'm like, oh, I'm the same way. So that makes things easy, and like, oh, do we click? Do we vibe? And from there on, we can,
So you're thinking maybe changing where you are meeting these people, or trying to be in circles where you feel like the vibers are not.
I feel like that does help, being in certain spaces where there are people like you, but you can meet someone anyway.
Yeah.
Like I feel like anything can just happen. Like today you can just go to the grocery store and meet somebody,
Yeah.
But with our generation, the dating pool is not great. So you'll find that you're just meeting the same person in other people like over and over again. You just get frustrated because there's like one type of person, but that's not true. There's someone for you there, but finding them.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
Okay. I know there are people who are definitely going to want to carry on this conversation with the two of you. Can you tell us where they can find you?
You can find me at Leggy Lee, that's my Instagram. And we have a YouTube channel, Lee and Lenny. Please go subscribe, like, comment. Thank you.
You can find me tato.pdf on Instagram, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's Lenny, Lennie. So yeah, we make a lot of fun content, and yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, ladies. I've enjoyed learning about the talking stages. I hope you learned something about vibing, talking stages, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever that may be for you. I hope you are keeping, a break in between, the exploits of looking for love when it comes to seeing somebody, quitting, breaking up, seeing another person, quitting, breaking up. And don't give up the faith, as the ladies have said in studio. That is all we have time for on this week's episode of Mjolo with Refiloe. We will see you again next week. Hi, Baby Rocco.